Yeah. Some of you are still chiming in about Kilmeade and what he said, and several of you are like, yeah, let it kill all the homeless. Let God sort them out. Think about what you're saying there. I mean, that is insane to think that's like your go-to. I mean, some of these people are mentally ill. Some of these people, let's not forget, fought for our nation, and we have done such a phenomenal bang-up job of taking care of them as they sleep on the streets. But you're cool because you don't want it on your street. You don't want to know about it. Yeah, no. I don't think, to me, that's just the thought process of that. And I know Brian Kilmeade, he said it. He was emotional somewhat. But, you know, for anybody out there to echo, yeah, go ahead and kill them all, is just insane. It is. People they'll bend over backward to try to make sure that their point of view is like, oh, yeah, this is it, or try to fit it into whatever it is that they think they need. And we make mistakes, but come on. That's we got to do better. Got to do better, baby. Absolutely. All right, guys. So last hour we talked about some crazy stuff. If you guys are aware of this. There is a situation where Macron's wife may have to show her bits so a lawsuit could be settled. I'm not lying. It didn't make it up. It's a real thing. Photographs, doctor's evidence, all kinds of stuff. With all of that going on in the world, Kimmel, happened to Charlie Kirk. Finally, just some good news.
Big news coming out of Colossal on the Dodo project today. So they announced that for the first time ever, scientists have successfully grown pigeon primordial germ cells, which is a major breakthrough for bird gene editing. So what they've done is they've created special gene-edited chickens that can actually lay eggs from edited cells. So Colossal now has a Nicobar pigeon, which is the closest living relative of the dodo bird, breeding colony in Texas, and they've already edited pigeon cells with dodo DNA in them. Now, with Colossal being valued over $10 billion, having that kind of money behind something in conservation, it's like there's nothing they can't do in de-extinction. It's so exciting, and this announcement is moving us one step closer to bringing back the dodo.
We're doing it, guys. We're bringing back the dodo.
That sure is a pretty pigeon.
That is, right? That's a nice-looking pigeon.
That is a beautiful pigeon.
So that's the one that's the closest to it. And so now that they've got, I guess, the DNA and everything they need, that thing could then carry it. And then we'll see what it looks like. So these things are huge. They're
the dodo birds?
Yeah. Yeah, they're a big bird.
I would not want to get bit by one of them because that beak looks like it could take a finger off.
Yeah.
Easily.
So you've got that. They've got the Momo bird they're working on. That one they actually, in Australia, that was hunted to extinction. So they're doing two different kind of birds, the moa bird. So the dodo, but the moa bird gets up to 12 feet. That's a big bird.
That's a big bird.
It's got to be yellow.
It is not.
Oh.
It is not. It's a big bird right there. No, it's not yellow.
Will it stomp you if it gets mad at you?
Like the cassowary?
Like if you try to take a selfie with it?
Oh, God. You know there will be people that do that. The minute it gets out there, there's a chance. If you guys know what a cassowary is, that's kind of like a dinosaurish bird that we really have. That's kind of where you look at. Think of it as the worst, it's the most dangerous bird on the planet.
It's the equivalent of a bird velociraptor because it will split you open and your guts will spill out.
That's what they have, that hook on their legs. They have like a talon that does that. That's where they took a portion of that.
That's like what a kangaroo will do to you.
Yes. So, and they have one here when you go to the zoo, which is cool. These cassowaries are awesome. But you look at them and you just look down at their feet and you're like, nope. It's not a dodo bird. It's not a big fluffy bird. It's not something cuddly. It looks at you like, yeah, I could cut you in half. What would you think of that?
Man.
But they're going to do it, man. And I get excited. Then I think to myself, oh, yeah, I forgot. We shouldn't bring things back. But I'm excited about it.
Even if we caused them to go extinct?
Yeah, this is a different one. The only one I really want to see if they can do is the thylacine, the Tasmanian tiger. That's the one I really want to, I think they can do.
I'd like to have a teacup mastodon.
Probability-wise, the thylacine's not extinct.
There's a chance that it's not. In fact, there's a Japanese fox that they thought was extinct, but they've gotten 2 pictures now that they're pretty sure that in a certain area of Japan, there is a small group that's still alive, and that thing's supposed to have been extinct for a long time. And the DNA they've collected from something has nothing to do with wolves that normally would see, or even European wolves. But the thylacine, there's been enough pictures and some photos of stuff that you would think there's a chance. But if they could bring that back, how awesome would that be? That would be the coolest thing. I'd love that. Absolutely. I mean, if you've never seen a Tasmanian tiger, it's like somebody goes, hey, look, you're going to look kind of like a dog, and then we're going to look kind of like a cat.
Kind of like a tiger.
Kind of a little bit like a tiger.
Got stripes.
Yeah, a little bit of a fox. You're going to look like all the things. All of the things. 10 billion. When we started talking about Colossal, they had just got enough money to do some of these things. And remember, Peter Jackson, a lot of these people, they put money into this thing. They're with the dire wolves in this now. I mean, what a great time to be alive. I mean, despite the fact that AI, and could you imagine?
What a great time to be extinct.
There's also that part too. But could you imagine if AI rises up, but luckily for us, the dire wolves and the dodo birds team up to fight AI? What a great story that'd be.
I think that's the next Terminator movie.
Super great. I'll be doing the two. I love how you gonna do another Terminator? I don't know, Terminator. I'll be back, but slower. I've got an enlarged prostate. What's wrong with my Terminator? He's broke.
Oh,
somebody just asked, are they really going to take pictures of the French president's wives? Yes, they are.
Oh, my gosh, what story.
They are.
Oh.
They are.
How old is she again?
She's way older than him because she was his teacher, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think she's 65.
And he's like in his early 40s.
Yeah, yeah.
I just remembered when she clocked him as he was standing in the door of that jet.
Yeah, she smashed his face.
And then he realizes he's in the open and he just smiles and waves.
So here's the headline on the New York Post. Brigitte Macron to present scientific and photographic evidence in U.S. court.
Goodness.
Oh, goodness me. I wonder how much they're suing her for. You know what? She's got to be, you wonder how nervous she is. Oh God, she is much older. I thought she was in her 60s. I think she's in her 70s.
How old is Macron? Is he like in his 50s?
No, I think he's in his, no. Macron. Yeah, she is. Yeah, he's in like his 40s. And so, yeah, she's 60. She's almost 60. So, and he is like, they met when he was 15. She was, well, hold on a second. No, wait, hold on a second. They met when she was 39 and he was 15. Who's that?
Cougar.
More than a cougar now. She's a dodo. He's 47, says my buddy. She's 72. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. 72. That judge is going to have to look at a 72-year-old hoo-ha.
It's like
a French hoo-ha.
May, December, but he's the May.
Yeah, May, December. And by the way, it's a different kind of December. It's a long way away December.
Oh, man. What?
How did we get here? How in God's name did we get here? I have no idea. 72 years old. Good goodness. That is just crazy. And the fact that they're going to go through scientific effort. What are they going to bring in a doctor? And he's going to go, that's a vagine. Bring in a sketch artist. Does it look like this?
Goodness.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, that is...
They have got to be just absolutely over the moon livid with Candace for them to be willing to go this far.
Well, it has been a big story in France and a nightmare, among all the other stuff that's going on in his world. He's worried. His government collapses every 3 weeks because of a regime. Oh, goodness me. How did we get here? I don't know. It's somebody says she's not a cougar, she's a saber-tooth. She's a Mayan calendar December.
Our listeners are just as bent as we are,
absolutely.
man.
Absolutely. Oh, my God. Talking about that cassowary, the big bird, somebody said it's an assault ostrich. We need cassowary control. Oh, my goodness. I can't even, the whole thing is just, how do you even, how do we get here where the president of another country has to bring his wife over who's 72 because one of our podcasters thinks that she used to have a wiener?
And if it does go to trial, will they have to be in the courtroom?
Oh, I hope so. I want all of it. I want it to be live on TV. We're going to cover the whole thing. Bell's going to be like, I'm broadcasting from the courtroom, and they just presented the vagine.
I'm starting to get physically ill. I may not be able to hang on.
That somebody said, what if she has a grundle? Well, then that would be also shocking. Wouldn't it? Either way, it's happening.
Oh, man. Man.
Oh, goodness me. Jiminy Cricket. That was... That's where we are, kids. Welcome to America. And for whatever reason, this became a big... My wife followed this thing. She watched the documentary about it. I'll get home and she's like, let me tell you what... I'm like, I don't want to know because it doesn't matter.
Candace fits in the same box that AOC does for me. She should be seen and not heard.
Yeah. Well, like,
because they're just both nuts.
Yeah, like what's the new thing, right? She thinks that the Jews killed Charlie Kirk.
Oh, is she the one saying that?
Yeah, she's the one that's like that's big for her. Her and Tucker believe that they had something to do with Charlie Kirk's. Like, what is it?
It's so ridiculous. I mean, I don't think BB's crying over it, but that's just a stupidity.
Yeah. It's that is how I'm always fascinated by the conspiracy thing, because I think the conspiracy thing, there are people out there who think they know everything a little bit better than, like, they're in a room and like, I know more than you guys. You guys just don't get it.
I just need to hip you to my personal wisdom.
Yeah. So you remember that time? Like, because everything is everything is a conspiracy. Doesn't matter what it is, including whether or not she has a twigs and berries, or whether or not the Israelis killed Charlie Kirk. Like, everything's a conspiracy. Everything. I'm fascinated by, like, how do you get that? I couldn't even imagine. Like, to try to connect the dots, the amount of twister you would have to do. And you'd have to be like that dude from the Fantastic Four. What's his name?
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic? Yeah.
Reed Richards.
Yeah, that guy. You'd have to be like him to do this. But alas, here we are. All right, coming up, we've got some more good news coming up a little bit. We got a little bit more on Kimmel. Coming up at 2 o'clock, who do we have there, Bell?
Representative Gino Bolso, who is running for Mark Green's seat that he resigned from, 7th District.
That's right. He's going to join the program, and you guys know what to do. Get your questions ready. All right? Get them ready, because this is going to be interesting. We're going to fight with him. If you're missing the show, grab the podcast, the Chad Benson Show. If I was Trump, I wouldn't go down the terrorist organization. I would go crime. I was looking up. I talked to my buddy Barry, he's a lawyer out in Arizona and stuff, and well, he's a bit of a lefty. Mostly he doesn't like Trump, but he is super constitutional, just a brilliant guy. He and I were chatting, and he said, if I was going to do it, I'd do more crime because you can do a lot more at a level that's easier than trying to do the terrorist thing. And you got to be careful when you lump people into certain things because what they're going to want to do is just drag people off the street. And they've done that in several places where they tried to say anybody who stays out after 7 o'clock on these, on the Summer of Love or 8 o'clock, we're going to consider you a gangster. Well, that didn't work well because then these people weren't gangsters. So you got to be careful. But if you start lumping them in, you can go after their money in a much different way, especially with the RICO stuff.
Talking about designating them as a criminal organization?
Yeah, more of a criminal, like
the mob.
Yeah. That's a much easier thing to do. And go after them. Because I think you can affect the money chain and it's then rather than, because let's be real, once the money's gone, everybody leaves. That's it. They pretend that they're fascist and they're communist and they're anti-fascist and communist. They're capitalist. They're not showing up for free.
Yeah, once those paychecks dry up, they won't be out there.
Yeah, once one of them has to go to Kinko's or wherever. They still have a Kinko's? Did I just make that up?
I don't know.
But once one of them has to go to a Kinko's and pay, $200 to get their 1,000 flyers to hand out, they're like, I'm not paying for that. Well, then guess what happens? They change their tune.
Where's our protective gear? We don't have any anymore. Oh, well, I'm going home.
It's like watching a bad version of The Purge.
Yeah.
When you see him out there. I just remember, do you remember that guy? You remember that video where that guy, they're all standing there yelling at each other and there was like Proud Boy type people. I don't know who. They're just old. And that dude went to throw a punch and that other guy just grabbed his hand.
Yes.
And just kind of looked at him and it's like, this could get real fast. But they're LARPing as tough guys and gals. That's what they're doing. They're LARPing around as if they're going to do something crazy, and they're not. They're not. So go after their money. Go hit them where it hurts. Remember, they didn't get Capone for all of the horrible things. They got him for tax evasion.
That's true.
Guy never went to jail for murder or any of that other stuff. They got him for tax evasion. And you can go after them in a way, I think, as a criminal organization that's better than going after them a designated terror organization. Because you throw that wide swath and you start arresting people in certain ways. And the next thing you know, you got constitutional issues. Then you start losing, in courts. And then you got to start paying people off. Where I think in the criminal side of stuff, you're going to be more selective in it's not going to be just a wide swath of arresting people, which is good. All right, coming up, we're going to talk a little bit more. We got a little bit more about Kimmel, but it came out today. I would be lying if I didn't say I led my third hour off of my national show and spent like 10 minutes on this because it deserves it. I could do a whole day on this. Ken, you're going to love this as well. We're going to talk about that, a bunch of other stuff. And again, send your questions in. Gino Bolsa is going to be here at 2 o'clock. We're going to want your questions. All right, we want to know what you guys want us to ask him and what's important to you. A lot of you, pot is a big deal, but we want to know what you guys think. And you got several of you have sent some stuff in, so feel free to text the program. Let us know what you want to ask him. He'll be in here at 2 o'clock. If you're missing the show, shame on you. Grab the podcast, Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Oh. I don't think you guys realize how excited I am. Are you ready for the schedule? Because I got it.
Yeah, give us the titles.
First of all, we can all pretend that we don't like these movies, yet all of us love these movies.
They feel good.
They do. They feel good. Okay. Starting on the 17th, they've got a new series, Mistletoe Murders. Whoa. But then we get serious, guys. A Royal Montana Christmas. Oh! So this is what I think happens in there. I haven't seen the trailer for it. She's a single mom. She runs an Airbnb in a small coffee shop. Stuck there is the prince, the king, and the queen of Tinselandia or somewhere, right? So, and he is going to fall in love with her. And the king is going to have no part of it. But he doesn't have a choice because the queen's going to step up and say, you got to let Philippe or whatever his name's going to be fall in love. Oh, it's going to be good. Next day, Christmas angel match, of course. I mean, some of these names, I want to come up with the names. Tidings for the season. Who would have thought of that? Not me. Not me. I mean, the three wisest men. Oh!
Starring you, me, and Belle.
Oh, how great would that be?
Run DMC.
That would be so awesome. She's making a list, which could be a normal dating show as well. An incel for Christmas. Here's one, Finding Mr. Christmas. Okay, so let me tell you what this one is. I have a feeling, I haven't seen it because they're really starting to release them. This one, who does it star? It's got to star. Trying to think, who's the dark-haired girl? I always forget her name. That's always in these things. She's in like 20 of them.
Oh, she was in Lost in Space too. I can't remember what she played.
So she's in this.
Penny.
She comes home to save her family's failing jam factory. So the jam is not going well. They're not selling jam the way they used to. They're just the guy that's sweeping up and helping. That is the nephew of Santa Claus. And they fall in love. And he saves the day. Oh, my goodness. The snow must go on.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a doubleheader that night. That's the 28th of November, followed by The More the Merrier. The Christmas Cup. And then Christmas at the Catnip Cafe.
The Christmas Cup.
So
the Catnip Cafe.
So the Catnip Cafe, this is the way I think this one's going to go. It's going to be a girl that rescues cats.
Yes.
And she does it because her place is a non-profit. And she sells just enough espressos to make it work. But she's struggling. Then this guy's a fireman who rescues a cat out of a tree and doesn't know what to do with it and brings it in. But the cat keeps escaping the Catnip Cafe and keeps running over to the fireman. And that's when he realizes, I love that girl. Oh, phenomenal. We're just getting started. I mean, I didn't even ready, set, glow. You guys know you love it. The Christmas Baby.
Dude, are we going to have to watch these movies and come back and give reviews?
100%. 100%. I'm going to watch them all. It's awesome. 12 days till Christmas. The sweet, S-U-I-T-E, holiday romance. Let me tell you how this works. They're stuck in a town, and they're trying to get flying from some small little town to another small little town, but there's no way they can do it. And so these two odd couples have to share a suite, and then they get snowed in, and they fall in love. I love this stuff. The Newport Christmas. And then they've got stuff like Baking with Love Holiday, where there's a baking show, which is great. The Grand Old Opry Christmas, which is going to be phenomenal.
How about the Hoo-Ha Christmas?
That one's, the French one. The Hoo-Ha Christmas, the Vagine.
I was going to say, it's got Macron in with his wife.
Yeah, he is like, hey, look at this, huh? She does not have mistletoe.
It's a hoo-haw Christmas.
Oh, yes, I know. I saw that one with the cup thing when he said it. So you guys are the worst. I'll tell you what.
They're just as bent as we are.
They are. They are. No doubt about that. I want Ken to watch November Christmas and tell me he didn't cry.
November Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah, yeah. So that is great. So this is going to be, ready for a Christmas. See how many people. Die Hard. Tell me when Die Hard's on. That is the battle still always, right? Is it a Christmas movie?
There's no battle. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because he wouldn't have
been there had it not been Christmas.
That's right. And crashing, they got the Christmas tree, the sliding down, the presents,
yeah,
the music. You got to ask the question.
Carl would have gotten away with it.
You can't take a day off from going after bad guys just because it's Christmas.
No, never. Crime doesn't sleep on Christmas. Oh, my God. Is that one of the Hallmark movies? That should be. She falls in love with the person who's robbing her.
I've got an admission
Yo.
about Die Hard. Back in the day, I was convinced that the terrorist that played the night watchman there at the front door,
yeah,
I was convinced that was Huey Lewis.
No way. Really?
And my friend said, that's not Huey Lewis, man. I said, dude, it looks just like him. And, of course, it wasn't Huey Lewis. But he looked like Huey Lewis.
Oh, my goodness.
I got to look up that actor's name.
That was so that is a Christmas movie. Yeah, I think we go with that. I think we go with the Christmas movie.
Yeah, anybody that says
because he says it's like Willis says it's not a Christmas movie.
Who says that?
Bruce Willis. He said it's not a
What
Christmas.
does he know? He's got dementia.
Oh, that was very mean. Man, he's not doing well. I don't think he's.
I know. It breaks my heart when I see him, photos of him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sweet because his family is around him, and I mean, they're really.
His daughters
showing
are.
love.
Demi is. His wife, though, she didn't want any part of this.
Really?
Yeah. There was a time she was going to divorce him. This wasn't, she didn't sign up for this. She signed up to be, hanging out with a rich, famous guy that was an actor.
He's actually in a, not a halfway house, but I guess a hospice.
Yeah, I think he's in a hospice. Like a place where, because I don't think he can't, I don't even know if he talks anymore.
No, he can't.
Yeah. I mean, that was, do you remember because you could start to see it in some of the movies where the struggle was coming. And the same thing happened to Dudley Moore. They were going to they fired Dudley Moore off a movie. And because they thought he was an alcoholic. And they said he can't do anything. And then they come to find out that he had kind of the same thing but it was really presenting itself.
Well, I don't know I don't know how badly it affected Bruce's career, but he did get a reputation toward the end of being undependable and like that he wouldn't memorize his script. And now you look back now and you understand why.
You understand why. Absolutely. By the way, 12/5. That's Friday. 12 dates till Christmas.
You got to go on 12 dates.
Till Christmas. Single on the 25th. This is going to be so awesome. You guys have no idea. Deck the halls on Cherry Lane.
This must be the time of year when the Hallmark Channel just makes most of their money.
This is when there is no other time that they have their, even Christmas in July when they do that, it's big. And then they have their movies around like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But nothing like this. They make hay here for a month and a half. It's just crazy. I'm pumped for it. I'm excited. I can't wait. I know you guys think we're silly, but Ken and I, it's hard not to think that'd be cool to live in a little town where Santa Claus is my neighbor.
Absolutely.
I mean, how awesome would that be?
I'd invite Santa over to watch Football.
With your little wiener dogs.
Football. Yeah, with little Fritz.
Little Fritz.
Me and little Fritz. And I'd say, hey, Santa, can you give me 100 wiener dogs for Christmas?
And he'd be like, ho, 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 I sure can, Ken.
As long as you pick up after them, Ken.
Yeah, I don't want any poop in my yard.
Name one of them Macron.
Macron. Give one to her. Got a wiener dog in your pants? You just happy to see me? Oh. You guys are the worst. All right, coming up, getting ready. Gino's here. Bolsa, we're going to have him on 2 o'clock. You guys got to get your texts all in. Questions you want to ask. I got some of them, but I need more. So, Bell, tell everybody how they text the program.
615-737-9986.
That's how you do it. And by the way, okay, 2242, stop with that. You don't need to ruin it. They don't sound like porno movies. A little bit. But still, you've ruined it for all of us.
What,
Hey,
the titles of the Hallmark Christmas movies?
come on down to Candy Cane Lane. We're the worst. It is the Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 99.7. Yeah, I think it's the FCC chairman, Ro Kahana. I like Ro, actually. He's a good dude. I was speaking of, because he's up in Northern California, they were going through the most expensive areas in the country to live and stuff that's exploded price-wise, and we weren't even in the top 20 here. The average 2-bedroom, like 2-bath house in San Jose, $1.6 million.
1 bedroom, 2 bath.
Basically.
Wow.
Live in a garage. 1 point. And I mean, they're people that rent out their garage space because they know they can get a couple grand for it. That's insane. That is. I mean, that is incredible that you would do that. But the same thing in New York. I follow these people that have like tiny apartments in New York. This woman's like, my husband and I, we live in here with our 3 kids. It's 700 square feet, and it cost us $6,500 a month. Whoa.
Well, that's what happens when you regulate yourself right out of, building
Don't
enough housing.
Mom Donnie's going to fix that. He's going to fix that big time because he's going to get everybody free apartments. So it's going to be it's interesting, though. The stuff with Kimmel, that's not going anywhere. And this is going to be a interesting play here in the next couple days because the FCC chair, what he said, it is, I'm sorry. It's sorry, not sorry, as far as Kimmel is what he is. But I, as a person who looks at freedom of speech, and I don't want the government even intimating or threatening or flexing their muscles, because that's not a good place for us to be as a nation. That isn't, because we need to have our speech be free with being encumbered. And they want to get rid of everybody. Nobody watches TV. Nobody. My little brothers and my sisters and my wife, they watch television. They watch movies on TikTok 2 minutes at a time.
He should have just kept his mouth shut and let it play out on its own.
Yeah. What they should have done is go, all right, here's the deal. Jimmy, you're taking the week off. Just, you know what? All the stuff, we don't need anything. You're going to take the week off. And everybody's going to get paid. You're taking the week off. So if that, but they wanted to get rid of him anyways. That was going to happen. They weren't going to renew his contract. Not for the money he's making. Wasn't going to happen. All right. He's here. He's in the room with me. Get your questions ready. Because, Gino, Bolsa, straight ahead. Whatever questions you have for him, running in the 7th. Now is your time. Text the program. You can tweet at us at Chad Benson Show as well. He's got the whole hour ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.